What if you could become a better person, not by working harder, but by taking one small step a day? And not because you're a bad person now, but because there's something inside you that's ready for more. How to be a better person gives you one tiny step a day you can take to be the person you want to be. My mission? To help you live your best life. Hi there, it's Kate, and this is How to Be a Better Person. It's Wellness Wednesday on the podcast, and today I want to share with you 3 ways that you can take great care of yourself and the ones you love using nothing but the touch of your fingers. I'm talking about acupressure, which is a DIY form of acupuncture that doesn't use needles. You just stimulate the same points that an acupuncturist would with your fingers. It's easy, it's free, and it works, I'm telling you. There are dozens and dozens of points on the body that all have different functions, but today I'm going to share with you just 3 that will help you when you're feeling headachy, stomach achy, or anxious. 3 pretty common ailments. And wouldn't it be nice to feel like you can do some cool ancient healing on yourself without automatically reaching for a pill bottle or calling to make a doctor's appointment? I mean, there's a time and a place for everything, right? But here are 3 things to try when you're experiencing a time when your body probably just needs a little help righting itself to get back to feeling good. Why am I a person who could be telling you about acupressure? Well, I took a course to become an acupressure practitioner about 10 years ago while I was writing my first book, The Anywhere, Anytime Chill Guide. That book has 77 strategies for serenity in it, and I didn't want all 77 to be yoga or breathing, so I started researching other self-help modalities. I remember I read about acupressure online and saw that there was a training starting soon. The only hitch was that the training was about an hour away from my house over the course of several days, and my daughter was only 3 months old at the time. She was an adorable baby, naturally, but she was not much of a napper, and I was still breastfeeding her. I was holding her on my shoulder when I called the acupressure teacher to talk to her about the class to see if it seemed like a good fit. I ended up talking to her for over an hour, in part because she was such a cool, smart, funny, and generous woman, and in part because my baby completely zonked out on my shoulder, which was super rare. I took it as a sign that it was a training I wanted to do, but explained that I was still breastfeeding and I didn't know how I would make the class work. To which the teacher said, "Bring the baby," like it was the most obvious thing in the world. I still use the things I learned in that class on the regular, and I am excited to share a couple of my favorites with you today. These are the ones I use on myself, my husband, and my kids on the regular, and while they don't necessarily magically make all issues go away, they do make them perceptibly better, often better enough to fall asleep and let the body work its magic of repairing itself. The first one is for headaches. The name of the point is Union Valley, and it's located at the very bottom of the crease, formed at the base of your thumb when you extend all 5 fingers straight up as if you were making a stop motion. So if you can, right now, make the stop sign with your left hand. Then put your right thumb over the little mound formed at the bottom of the crease of your left thumb. And then bring the tip of your right index finger to the same spot, but on the underneath side of your hand. Then you press your thumb and index finger toward each other, so you're basically squeezing this one spot on your left palm. You don't have to go for the burn here, but you should feel a sensation, like a zing. And if you really have a headache, the sensation might be fairly strong. Just apply steady pressure to this point for a minute or 2, as soon as you can when you notice that you're starting to feel headachy. Then repeat on the right hand. And for good measure, drink a glass of room temperature water, since dehydration often plays a role in headaches. The second magic acupressure point that I want to share with you today is for upset stomachs. Anytime my kid has ever said, "Mommy, my tummy hurts," I have asked them, "Do you need to poopy?" And whenever they've said no, I've asked if I can press this point. It's called leg 3 miles because it's on your leg, and when you stimulate it, it's supposed to be able to revive even the most weary person enough to be able to walk 3 more miles. It's also on the stomach meridian, which is the line of energy associated with the stomach, so pressing it helps with all kinds of digestive issues. To find it on your left leg, make the shape of an L with your left hand, so the fingers go out straight and the thumb comes straight out to the side. So your 4 fingers form the top of the L and your thumb is the bottom of the L. Then with a straight leg, so you can be sitting or standing, but if you're sitting, extend your leg so there's no break at the knee. Rest that left thumb right at the very top of your kneecap, and then extend your left index and middle fingers down your left leg. Right where your index and middle fingers touch the leg, on the outside edge of the shin, is the leg 3 miles point. It's directly in between the two bones of the lower leg, the tibia and the fibia. Once you find it, you can relax your knee if you're sitting and press in that spot for a minute or two while breathing normally. Then do the same point on the right leg. And the third point that I want to share with you today is for anxiety. Worry can really overwork your heart. You know how your heart races when you're feeling anxious? There's an acupressure point located in the center of your palm known as the calming point, and it calms the heart. It also soothes apprehension and anxiety. To stimulate this point, curl your fingers of your right hand into a loose fist. Right where your ring finger, so your fourth finger, touches your palm is the point. Just press your ring finger into your palm, again, breathing naturally. After a minute or so, release the pressure and then do the left hand. What's so great about this point is that no one has to know you're doing it. It can just look like you have your hands curled and resting in your lap. It's so empowering to know something you can do to help yourself or your kids or your friends or your partner when you're not feeling well. I don't hope that you get a headache or an upset stomach or that you feel anxious anytime soon, but when you do, I do hope that you remember that you have these tools now. The hardest part about them is just remembering to do them. Thanks for listening. And did you know that this podcast has a newsletter? Every Saturday morning, I send you links to the past week's episodes so you can stay caught up. I also include a sneak peek at next week and a well-chosen meme just for entertainment's sake. You can sign up at beabetterpersonpodcast.com and click on Get Podcast News. Thanks for listening to How to Be a Better Person. Our theme song is Left for Deadish by Junior85. The podcast is mixed by Sound Advice Strategies. If you liked what you heard in this episode, share it with someone you think would like it too. Your voice matters. Also, How to Be a Better Person has an official newsletter that sends the past 7 episodes, a sneak peek of the week ahead, and one well-chosen meme to your inbox every Saturday morning. Sign up at beabetterpersonpodcast.com and click on Get Podcast News. I also love to hear from listeners. I love it. Send me an email by clicking on the Contact Kate button at beabetterpersonpodcast.com. Tweet me at Kate Han, Katehan, or find me on Instagram at Kate Hanley Author. I look forward to connecting with you.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.